Are you scared of heights? I love coming up to the roof. It's a great place to think, to see everything from up above. But I was asked today, why do you love life insurance so much? Why do you talk about it all the time? Well, let's get down to it. Why? My why and why I love life insurance comes down to the loss of a loved one. Someone where all the family members during the holidays, we would go over to to my aunt's house. And that's where we would do the Christmas parties, the Halloween parties, the Easter parties. All the family would get together. Well, when her husband passed away, everything changed. No one came around, and she ended up losing the home. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. What happened? Where was the miseducation? They were under the impression that they had a life insurance policy. Well, they did. It was an accidental policy, so only pays out if he dies of accident causes. He died of natural causes, so policy didn't pay out. Lack of information. She lost the home. Family wasn't able to get together no more. She's having to have her children take care of her. Very hard situation. Maybe it's not okay putting out all my information out there. No one knows, but the intention is there simply to educate and spread awareness. Because just because maybe you have work insurance, but do you have enough? How long is $250,000, $300,000 going to last your family? Or do you have living benefits? Do you know that you can use life insurance while you're alive? That's massive, especially with my situation. I had a work injury where I was going to lose 50% mobility in my left hand at the age of 23. Bad work injury. Was told that it was going to be a pulled tendon. 8 months go by. 8 months in pain, waking up in excruciating pain, can't even open a jar of jelly. And I'm begging the work doctors, can we do another x-ray? I want to do an MRI. They don't approve of it. So what do? I go behind their back, go get an MRI, and find out that I have broken the, I think, I don't know the word of it, but it's the bone that's connected from my wrist to my thumb. And because of that, the bone was deteriorating over this. We waited so long. And their cause of action was to cut out the bone, put 3 screws in my wrist, and I was going to lose 50% mobility. So where does that put me as wanting to become an electrician? Horrible. So what do? I end up finding out information about stem cells and end up getting the treatment. Cost me about $9,000, $11,000 by the time everything ended. But if I had the information of being able to leverage life insurance, having 50% impairment, being able to use that policy to get me back to the Isaiah that needed to be, I wouldn't have gotten into debt. I would have had better information, and I would have been a better version of myself. So personally, my why is because the health insurance can deny us. The work insurance can deny us. So we can make our Dollar G two functions, making sure our loved ones can get a death benefit and live a legacy, making sure that we know what our potential net worth, how much are you worth for your most important working years. Then we build cash flow. But as well as that, we control our health directive. If the health insurance tells us no and it's a true emergency, dude, we have access to money that we didn't even have to pull out of pocket. How much money you put into a policy compared to how much you get? Yeah, I get a commission when I sell policies. That's cool, whatever. But I think I'm always going to be in the electrical industry until I can build enough cash flow that's going to replace that income. I love what I do. I love systems. I'm very methodical with creating things. And I think with our finances, we need to create those kind of safety contingencies with everything. But I think it's more of a passion. I love what this is. It's not something that I'm just doing it just to make money. No, it's more than that. And it's my why. Like, I love knowing in someone's worst time that they're protected no matter what happens, ensuring what we want to happen, when we want it to happen, how we want it to happen will happen. Like, that's so beautiful. And to be in an industry and to educate people on that, there's such a lack of education, and I'm proud, and that's my why. And that's why I love life insurance and financial education, and why I think it's so important to have this conversation. And so many people are against it. When you say life insurance, they're like, ugh, gross, I have it through work, it's enough. No, let's deep dive it. And hey, maybe you do have a personal policy. Well, hey, is there a way that you could get more coverage for cheaper? or get the same amount of coverage with living benefits. You know, there's so much education out there, and challenge everything. Just because I'm on this roof talking about it doesn't mean that I'm correct. Dude, challenge everything. But that's my 5-minute rant on my why. So nothing but blessings, truly. Hope you have an amazing week. It's Wednesday, dude. So have a great Wednesday. Nothing but blessings. If you have any questions below, I have a clarity experience. Go ahead, fill out that clarity experience. It gets you more dialed in. And at the end of that, I have a tool portal of taxes, cash flow, term insurance, life insurance, whole life. Uh, just amazing stuff. So I'm just excited to deep dive, have more tools for clients, and just getting down to more what my why is. So nothing but blessings. Have an amazing night.